Rayquatics here with a fancy new pond update for everybody. Now this is the 1,000-gallon pond, as you've all seen before. You know, it's got my Oscars, peacock bass, red-tailed catfish, alligator gar, the classics, right? But one little problem, that there's not enough filtration on here. So we're going to be fixing that today and building a wonderful, brand new, beautiful bog filter. Let's show you guys how we're going to do that. All right, now we're here in the garage. We've got this. This is a trash can that's filled with, well, a bunch of crap that I don't need. So, this is our trash can that we'll be using for our bog filter build. I just really have to clean up my workspace now, and then we'll get to it. Alrighty, so now, workspace clear. This is going to be an upflow bog filter for those of you that are not familiar. I have a link or a card somewhere up here to one I had built previously out back for the old pool. This is going to be the same thing, smaller scale for inside. So it's going to start with the pump. I have a Vectra M2 that I'm going to be running this on. Vectra M2 is going to be plumbed into here, come into this tube, go down into the bottom, fill back up through layers of rock and gravel, and then on the top plants, and then flow out through my little uniseal with a pipe on the end of it. It's going to make more sense as I start building it. Might have a diagram or something. I don't know how I'm going to edit this yet. Let's get to work. Epic fail. Too big. I don't understand how my hole's too big. But that sucks, huh? Well, same thing happened last time I did this. Always measure your holes. This is a 2-inch hole. I had a 3 1/4 bit. Kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense. Don't worry about it though. It will be fixed. It will be fixed. Come on. See, I thought this would be more eloquent. Beggars can't be choosers. That's perfect. You're on camera, say something. This is the perfect level for this breather tube here. So you can see we've got the bulk of our stuff going here. We've got the downflow tube with our little nice baffle that we created. We're going to have our void space right under there. This is going to be our breather tube here. Now we're just going to create the space that adapts this coming from our pump. I've got my crazy little step down. Just basically thread all this together. I'm going to use thread tape and stuff, but this is going to take us from our 1-inch PVC to our 1-inch or 3/4 inner diameter vinyl tubing that's going to be coming from our pump. And then that's basically all of the hard plumbing for this. Then it's a matter of putting the uniseal on, cleaning this whole thing out, because as you can imagine, it was quite dirty from being in the garage. And then we're going to water test it before we fill it with any media, just to make sure we've got our levels right and see how high I need to run the pump. This is probably the hardest part, getting the tube through into the uniseal here.
Got it.
See, you got it.
A little bit of lube.
Little bit of lube, baby. We did it. Beautiful. Just doing a good old water test here. I got my uniseal with the pipe all in. Make sure nothing leaks. Make sure our water levels are good, as it were, before bringing this inside. And I just noticed this right now. Handle here, handle here. My pipe is at like a 30-degree angle, which doesn't bother me. It will probably bother someone in the comments, though. And we have a leak. Because this is a Rayquatics build, of course, you can always expect it to leak the first time, which is fine. Not too worried about it. This is why we water test. Still going to let it overflow, test out the overflow capabilities. Oh my God, look at it. It's overflowing out of 2 places. Oh, well, I knew this was going to be a longer job than expected. So I got the leak fixed. I just siliconed it. I said, screw it. I'm not playing with hole sizes or anything. Just gave it a little good old silicone. Now, sucks, I'm going to have to wait at least a whole day before refilling it. But I got started. I've got my corrugated tube down there to create a bit of a void space under my little T-split. I'm going to figure out some way to cover the open space there with something else that'll just keep the void going. Other optional thing I'm going to do is I'm going to need to drill a hole down here. I know, drilling holes is my favorite thing, for a clean out, so I can then just plumb it to a tube, pump water through it, clean out all the dirty stuff. This is where I'm going to leave it for now. I'll catch up with you guys, hopefully, when this is inside.
24 hours later.
It's the next day, and we're inside with the 1,000-gallon pond. We've got the bog filter all prepped and ready with our void space down at the bottom, and our brand new clean-out valve plumbed into the bottom here as well. Next step is going to be going and finding some large boulders for the bottom of this thing. Alrighty guys, so we're on our way to the local rock dealer's house. He's just up this road here. He's a friend of mine. About to go get some nice rocks. See what's in season, you know. So we're here at the rock dealer's. It's just about a quarter-mile hike up here. I told him to meet us here, so hopefully he's got some good stuff for us. There's a lot of good stuff here I'm seeing, but we're going to see what our guys got specially curated back out at the spot here. But long story short, we could take any one of these rocks, really. They do a great job for us.
Oh, we gotta come back.
You definitely need a tick check on the way back from the rock dealer. Bro, this guy does not make it easy for us to get some quality rocks. All right, we're approaching the clearing. I don't see him. I do not see our rock dealer friend. So we came all the way out here in search of our rock dealer, and I just got a message from him saying he's unavailable today and he left all the rocks back at the entrance. So we're gonna have to go back and collect our own rocks today, but we're absolutely loving this wonderful mountaintop we found ourselves at. Rocks are a bit too big though to take from here, so we're going back. Decent one. Oh, big worm under it too. Got our rocks. Gonna need a few more. These are just the medium-sized boulders for that bottom layer. That one definitely too. Come back for that one. Put it right in there. Maybe do it a little gentler. Got our rocks loaded. Heading back down the mountain. Rinsing them off. And the rocks are all clean. This is the current haul that we're working with here. Definitely good sizes. Got a lot of those larger stones. Got a few of the medium-sized ones. We've got plenty of the medium and small ones already here. Put these in the filter now. First rock in. This one right here is one of our larger ones. progress so far. We're almost like halfway with just these large rocks. Now we got our smaller little cobblestone, and that's going to be the next up here. Got some smaller stones coming in right now. Heck yeah, layering it in there, baby. Getting some nice bog filter action. So all the rocks that we got from our rock spot have been put in here. We're about a little bit more than halfway filled. We're up to these smaller cobbles now. So I've got a few other smaller rocks, and we're going to be going outside to here. The old bog filter, Old Faithful. There's some plants I put in here last year that have adapted to not being in water. But all this good old dirty gravel, we're going to be reusing it, cleaning it back out, and using it to cap our new bog filter. Oh yeah. We got a bucket full of gravel. This stuff's pretty heavy, so we got Jack driving our trailer here. He's gonna make light work of this. All loaded up, ready to head out. We are now complete. We've got big boulders on the bottom going up to cobblestones, then all the way up to our small pea gravel. So I've got everything plumbed together. The only thing is I need to put a hose clamp here, and I will. But now that everything is sturdy, let's see. Moment of truth. I've got my breather tube on. Flow about halfway right now. Oh, I'm excited. Hear it? Sucking air. We're already dripping where I need to put a hose clamp. That's fine. And then we're gonna put some plants in her. Come on. Oh shit. We got flow. We're about 2 inches deep of water here on the surface. Perfect for our plant action. Flowing out there. Flowing out my breather pipe. Now, oh, I'm quite excited for this. It's been a long time coming for these guys. It's been a long time coming. Now, it's time for some plants. Hey, I got some stuff right here. We've got the bog filter all planted out. Of course, the plants look a little jank right now because some of them, they're all floating in here. Gonna be going in here and doing a rescape just to make it all look nice because now it kind of looks like a mess. I got all these plants and stuff there. We've got ocelot sword, Ludwigia, peace lily, syngonium. We've got pothos, and we've even got this hygrophila. They all kind of melt back before they're going to take over. This whole corner is going to be absolutely covered in plants now. It looks so puny comparatively. We've got the bog filter going. Wonderful flow. I still have this FX6 here. I'm going to move the FX6 over to this corner. I do still have an old FX4, going to be ripping that off, putting it on a different tank, running one canister, one large upflow bog filter on this 1,000-gallon pond. Oh! Alright guys, pond has been rescaped, plenty of swimming space now, bog filter up and running. Let's show you what we got. This is now looking a lot cleaner, scooped a lot of the dead plant materials out, kind of cleaned up our central swimming island here. Got a bunch of space for all these fish now. We got the gar and the bass and the oscars, Viejas and spilum, little gar, pike cichlid, all this wonderful, wonderful aquatic creatures and terrestrial creatures. But the bog filter, well, I kind of threw a bunch of my excess plants in here for now. I'm going to be making it nicer. Look at these beautiful ocelot swords I have here. The new growth gets those wonderful red dots on it. I'm trying to do a mix of emergent aquatic and true bog plants in here. Because it's inside, I can kind of go crazy with whatever plant I want to add. So I'm definitely going to be experimenting with that over the next few weeks here. But other than that, super, super happy with how this whole thing turned out. And there we have it, guys. Our wonderful bog filter completed for our 1,000-gallon pond. This has been a long time coming for this project, so I'm happy that it's finally done. And thank you guys so much for sticking with me through this. I know it's been a little bit longer than expected. There's been a lot of changes going on in my life. But the one thing that I'm trying to do is stay consistent to uploading videos. And hopefully we're increasing the quality a little bit. Hopefully you guys notice that. Just wanted to take this time and say thank you guys for continuing to view, comment, share, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. It really does mean a lot to me. It shows that this ain't for nothing, right? So I'm going to continue to do better. I'm going to continue to upgrade all my setups. You'll be seeing some videos in the near future about that. Big things planned for the Rayquatics brand as the year continues. That's, the few things I wanted to update y'all on. Other than that, stay fishy, my friends. Rayquatics out.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Good for the soul.